You're just gonna have to get
So
a
you-
feel for how you.
You manually moving it?
Yep.
Can you punch in the number though too? If you measured it with a ruler, you could punch
Yeah,
it
you
in.
could,
Yeah.
but odds are you're not gonna be all that close to it, especially off digital, because if it bounces, all that digitals bounce. Now you got one end and one end. So what I would do next, since you got gutters and everything, and you can reach in because it's not gonna fall on your hands. It don't do that. So what I would do is I would cut, you cut this one here on this end, I would come down and cut this one
Okay.
and cut this one.
Under-
Because then you're gonna leave your crop marks.
Cut a row each?
Yeah, but don't cut like gutter to gutter, you know what I mean? Like, cause if you go 3.5 and then send, right, which is gonna be the width of your card,
Okay.
and let it stop. Okay, so now that's on that one there, but what's gonna happen is, if you didn't have a crop mark, you would be in trouble for the next cut, because you wouldn't know where to go. Say if you, sometimes you might forget to put a crop mark in, it happens. But you always wanna cut the next set of cards.
Okay.
So, let's bring this back this way and then bring this back in. And you can get into programming this thing too, which is a pretty cool feature. Once you get all your measurements down, you can sit here and say, every time I run this size sheet with this many cards on it,
Mm-hmm.
that's gonna be my, third cut or
Oh,
whatever,
okay.
and you can program it to do that. So we're gonna cut this one here. Push out again, so it just kicks it out a little bit. Now this is where you gotta set this over here like that, because you don't wanna get it mixed up now. And then we're gonna do the same thing. I just almost fell into place there. So you're gonna just line it up like that, then just bring your clamp down and just have a look at it and see what it does. Okay, so now you know. And this is gonna be trial and error for you to get used to it.
Oh, yeah.
Now this side's long, because you still got that edge there, but
Mhm.
we also cut a little different where, well, they look like they're gonna line up. You don't wanna do that part yet. And you don't want to, so now you'll come over here, and what you're gonna do is, and you're gonna have to make 2 cuts now on each one. So, you're gonna come down to this one. That's pretty good. So now you got this one here, right? And this is where it's gonna get tedious, and you're gonna regret doing this many sheets. But you don't have a crop mark now in the middle on this. But you do have, as long as you cut, same cut, you'll be fine. So that's that one and that one. It's just gonna take, this is the tedious part of doing this. But you're setting yourself up for the next cut. And now we went back to the first, because we went back to the crop marks, see where we're at. As long as we keep doing that. Set them all off to the side, and then do this. Now you could do them all at once, but you just need to make sure everything's centered on that sheet, because where all the crop marks at, they're not centered from panel to panel to panel. They're centered for business card, but if you run it over this way on the sheet a little bit, it's gonna throw you off width-wise. But you're just gonna keep going right on down the line. So, let's just move ahead here. Let's leave these here. So your next cut will be this one. Always you cut the top, well, no, cut the bottom one. So you'll cut the bottom one here, the bottom one here, the bottom one here, bottom one here.
Okay.
And you do this one, then do this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one.
And
Until
that's why it's so important to have, and sometimes
you gotta know where you're at.
you gotta keep track where you're at, and you also sometimes wanna keep a sample before you even start cutting, put a sample somewhere so that you can always